Good afternoon. My name is Karl Kirchhoff. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called SportsFix. No, we're not fixing sports games. We actually tackling real problems in sports. So sports is dominated right now through traditional television, and traditional television tells us right now what to watch, when to watch, and how much to pay. And in fact, that's very relevant for all of us of our age, but even more relevant for the young generation, which is actually cord shavers, cord cutters, and cord nevers. So what we have built is based on the following problems, an ecosystem which tackles most of those problems. One problem is it's a lack of transparency. We have many middlemen, and they are incentivized actually to disguise and not tell really the value of the content which has been distributed through all the platforms to the fans. We have a lot of middlemen markup, the broadcasters markup, the agents markup, as well as the packaging which is done by the cable companies. So you end up paying much more money than you actually should. I think we all know this problem. The next one is it's a centralized system where leagues have the rights of the clubs to sell the live games to the clubs directly and centrally. And the clubs actually have nothing to do, and they cannot reach the fans unless they have the opportunity to go through the traditional television model, which, as we all know, is broken. Last but not least, we have the fan, which is in fact very much in the very least position, and it should be in the top position because it should be fan powered. The fan is who actually pays. So there is millions of people who do not have access to stadia, while the physical stadia, via you have the opportunity not to go to a physical stadium, or you don't have the money and anything else. And then last but not least, there is no direct fan engagement between the rights holders, the leagues, the clubs, and the fans, because there's so many middlemen, including Facebook and Twitter and anything else, leveraging the user data for their business and not for any other businesses. So SportsFix was inaugurated in February 2017, and we started our business, launched our business based on the premises of we acquired sports rights, we stream it through telco companies direct to the fan. And since then, we were able to sign up 7 regional and local mobile network operators and a couple of retailers and wholesalers, and creating our own streaming infrastructure in Malaysia and Indonesia, reaching around 300 million people right now. In the next couple of weeks, we will be launching our services in Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore. Many of those countries are determined by underbanked and no credit card penetration. So what we have seen here is a huge opportunity for us to leverage blockchain technology, put it on ERC20 to start with, and create an ecosystem which is A, fully transparent, and B, it is a decentralized system which we call the digital stadium economy. So we create now a digital stadia where fans can actually vote and pledge for content, which we then finally acquire based on the user feedback. And at the end, the fan will end up watching exactly the content which they really want, not like the bundling packaging of all the traditional television stations. What we're creating based on gamification, based on loyalty, rewards programs, and everything else around our token economy is a self-contained system where fans decide what to watch, when to watch, and how much they actually pay. To simulate this is we create a tiered stadium economy where you start with bronze, and the more SportsFix token you collect, the higher you're going to raise inside of this tiered stadium system. And the higher you come, the more product features you can unlock. So to start with, you have, for example, bronze. You can only live stream and you can watch it. If you raise in silver, in gold, or platinum, you can unlock more features like time shifting, like DVR, like crowdsourced commentary, which we have seen from Sportscaster early on. We have all this functionality already in our platform. Our premium partner is AWS and Elemental. We've been streaming this now for many, many years. We streamed already 1,000 live events. And what we're creating actually is the Superfan Stadium, where we recombine the rights from the clubs, which they already have, with the rights from the leagues, and create the ultimate fan experience, which doesn't exist yet. You pay 80 pounds probably right now in the UK if you want to watch, if you want to follow your team, which is like Man United or Arsenal, because you have to pay for Sky and you have to pay for BT. What we're creating is the ultimate usage model based on SportsFix token. And the whole circulation is, you pledge tokens, you can either get a game day pass or you can pledge tokens for the season pass. And then what we have established here is our acceleration program. We hand over a certain number of tokens to the clubs, which they push as game day passes to the fans. The fans enjoy a free game and are automatically in our ecosystem. Then we create another model on the sponsorship model, because sponsors right now pay about $30 million to sponsor a brick and mortar stadium. Based on data analytics, based on machine learning technology and artificial intelligence, those guys will get a dashboard. We call it digital marketing agency, digital stadium marketing engine actually. And those guys buy tokens on exchanges. And then you, fan, will end up either coming through the telco business and you pay 100%, or you come through our ecosystem through SportsFix token and you pay less because we take all the margin out of this ecosystem already. And if you're willing to engage with a sponsor or a club and you do something and you create content, for example, you will end up paying nothing because they subsidize and they subsidize the content. What everyone is talking about, of course, is very important for investors. We create a system where the token demand and supply is kind of spurred by those concepts. So we hand over, of course, game day passes to fans. We have set aside a certain number of SF tokens. We hand over tokens to clubs. And then later, the sponsors and even advertisers will be able to acquire SportsFix token to pledge them into our ecosystem. And as you can imagine, we have thousands of local advertisers in all those territories, in Indonesia and Philippines and you name it, and everyone would love to engage with those fans. We have a great team. Marcus, myself, have been in sports business for 25 years. I was fortunate enough to help building UEFA Champions League and then build my own streaming company in the United States called Eversport. We streamed about 10,000 live events flawlessly with actually 15 people, and that's the team we have right now with SportsFix as well. Marcus Lua built one of the largest sports marketing agencies in Southeast Asia, has all the contacts and 23 years experience in this region. We have a great team. I was able to hire a few guys from Silicon Valley, from Rocket Internet, from Google. They're all experts in conversion. We have a great lineup of advisors, including Michael Turpin. And then last but not least, on the sports side, Michael Payne is actually the founder and inventor of the IOC sponsorship program. And Phil Lyons, another advisor who was responsible for selling the English Premier League rights for billions of dollars in the last 12 years. A little bit about our funding. We started our private pre-sale about 2 weeks ago, just on the back of winning Coin Agenda in Singapore, and has been doing well so far. We offer 50% right now discount, so the token price will be publicly on 10 cents. Right now it's 5 cents. We will be raising $37 million, mainly to acquire more sports content, to acquire more sports content in other territories. We already have content. We have 16 rights holder partners, which we're working already with, including Chinese Super League, Thai League, Korean League, and other leagues, and Badminton World Federation. We will be acquiring more content, and we will be acquiring more premium content. And then we will be launching our services not only in Southeast Asia, but even in China by the end of the year. Thank you very much for your attention.
So questions for Carl? SportsFix.
So the only content that you can have on the network will be the ones you can buy the rights for?
Yes, but it will be also user-generated content. But at the end, the content which really counts is the one which we acquire.
Okay, so like something like the NFL or Major League Baseball or...
If you're an American, yes, but there's very few people. Everyone loves football or soccer, as we American call it. We have already 6 leagues. So we are acquiring more and more leagues and more content relevant for Southeast Asia, relevant for China.
Okay.
Which leagues do you have?
We have 6 leagues: Chinese Super League, Chinese Basketball League. We have a Thai Football League, Korean Football League, Indonesian Football League. We have the Badminton World Federation. We have Muay Thai. We have Glory Kickboxing, and you name it. We streamed already 1,000 events last year.
Carl, you said that people can choose what they want to watch. Got it. But they choose how much they're going to pay for it. Did you?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So we created an ultimate usage model, and there was one slide which shows this clearly. So you pledge tokens as a digital season pass holder, and then we create the usage model where we check after 2 weeks or 2 months how much you actually watched, and we're going to give you tokens back, which you can repledge then again. So we create the ultimate usage model, and then based on AI and ML, so artificial intelligence, personalization, recommendation engine, we can create highlights, live stream, anything else, so personalized, so contextualized, and so localized, which never existed before.
I can have the mic.
Sorry, Mark.
Sorry.
Thank you, Carl. So speaking, I know you're focused a lot in Asia, right? There was a Chinese company called Le Echo.
Yes.
That apparently, I think, didn't they lock up the Premier League rights in China?
Yes, they lost
right.
all
So
those rights.
that's gone. So what happened with that? Is that something that's coming to you guys?
I cannot reveal it, but you're on the right track.
Okay.
Other questions? If not, we will move on. I think you answered everyone's questions.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.